Coach, how do you decide whether or not to have kids? I'm 50-50 on it and I'm age 26. I do resonate with your suggestion of not getting married and not having kids.
Well, I just say don't involve the government in your relationship. You can get married civilly, and I never said don't have kids. Um, but if you're gonna have kids, it has to be with somebody that you're like, hell yeah, I'd love to have a family with her. I'd love to have children. I'd love my babies to look like her. And if you're not feeling that, then you probably shouldn't. At least not with her. So that's important.
Also, 26 is still young.
Yeah, you're 26, dude. I mean, what was it? Al Pacino, he's in his 80s. He just had a kid with his 29-year-old kind of girlfriend, kind of ex. They're not really together, but anymore, but they were friends for a few years, and he laid the pipe, slip one past the goalie, and now he's a dad once again at like 82 years old. So it's like, whatever. And people say, wow, he's not going to live that much longer. That's so cruel to the kid. But what if he lives another 10 years and he's so wise and has learned so much from his extensive life experience that when he kicks off when his kid is like 10 years old, maybe he is able to impart way more wisdom at 82 than he was at 25 or 30. So, just because somebody's older doesn't mean they can't be a great dad and have their kids grow up to be great human beings. Because there's lots of people that have kids when they're young and their children turn out to be fucking disasters. Because when you're young, you got no life experience. How are you going to impart wisdom on your children when you're still? I mean, my parents were like 21 when they had me. They didn't know anything. They were just trying to get away from their parents and their families and live their lives. That kind of, I know the way I felt, it kind of stunted my growth just because that wisdom was lacking, and plus our family was dysfunctional and fucked up anyways. If I'd had a father who was much older and had the wisdom of a few decades, I probably would have turned out completely differently.
Plus, there's no rush to get married to begin with.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking amount to a hill of beans anyways, because we're all living in bodies that are gonna die. Everything you love, everyone you love, everything you build, that house you love, that garden, that nice car, it's all going to be in the dirt eventually on a long enough time. And besides, at some point, the sun is going to, you know, go supernova and incinerate our solar system anyway. So even the environmentalists that are worried about conservation, it's like, it's all going to get burned up in a fiery inferno anyways. So you might as well find a way to enjoy it because it ain't gonna last.
Oh yeah, when I was walking to the bank yesterday, some weirdo man looked at me, looked at my belly, looked at me and goes, "There's 7.4 billion people in this world." And goes, "Is it worth it?"
No, they did
Was it a homeless
not.
person?
No. It was some older man. He was probably like in his 40s, 50s, and said that to me with a straight face, and I was just like,
Jesus.
Are you
and
serious?
I mean, I just kept on walking, but I'm just like,
Oh, rude.
Projection.
I was just like, what is wrong with people?
Total
Ew.
projection.
He had to be a liberal.
I was like, your mom should have
I
bullied
guarantee
you.
you he's a Joe. He's riding with Biden. 'Cause that's the way a lot of them think. Oh, I'm not gonna have kids. I don't want to bring children into this
And then they
world.
project it onto other people.
What
Yep.
the?
No
Yeah,
one
even
will ever do or say anything to you that isn't
It's
a direct
ew.
reflection of how they feel about themselves in a moment.
yeah,
And
it
whether
was
you
just weird. It's like he had no like soul or anything. He was just straight faced, just looked at me, looked me up and down, and said it with no emotion, nothing, and kept walking.
Probably
You're
because
just
maybe
saying
he
this
was
now.
regretting some of his life
What
decisions
the heck?
and
and
looking for
also it's
somebody
none
to
of his
validate
business.
it, looking for hoping he were going, no, it's not worth it at all. I can't wait to get this damn thing out of me.
Yeah, I just looked at him and then kept walking.
It's none of his business to begin with.
It
Like,
was weird.
I would have been like,
Okay,
Jack
yeah,
will
Mick
be
Jagger.
here
Mick
in
Jagger's
twenty-five
he has got a house in I think Weston. As a matter of fact, he and his wife, who is I don't know what she's in her late, I think she's in her 30s. He's got like a 9-year-old son, and the dude looks exactly like him, literally like a young Mick Jagger. If he picked up the mic and started singing, you would, I mean, it's literally a spitting image. So he's a happy dad. I mean, dude's fit and in shape. He's living his best life. Imagine all the wisdom that he can impart on his 9-year-old son. all the living. This guy did everything: sex, drugs, rock and roll, models, everything. He had the all-you-can-eat pussy buffet, even though he looked like he fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. He's been rocking out with his cock out for he's in his 80s, right? Mick Jagger.
So
Yeah.
But he looks amazing, and you see him jumping around on stage like a fucking teenager. He's taking care of his body. I mean, look at Keith Richards, man. He's all jacked up. It's amazing he's made it this long, but those guys got good genes.